Bernard Edwards. And starting at 4, number 22, Cody Ballard. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ohio Bootleggers. Now, the starting 5 for your Rochester RazorSharks. At guard, from Sam Houston State at 6'2", how about number 2, Corey Almond? A 7'4", from Washington State, number 14, Jordan Raleigh. A 6'3" guard from Robert Morris, number 11, Melvin Council. A 6'10" forward from St. John's, number 44, Deli Coker. And a 6-foot guard from Tennessee Chattanooga, number 4, Jerice Crouch. And the rest of your 2017 Rochester RazorSharks. The director of basketball operations is Matt Cahill. Equipment manager is Rob Richards. The trainer is Kathy Fabrizio. Assistant coaches are Clay Peternero and Jason Sauter. And the head coach, Chris Iverson. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please rise and move your hats as our nation's colors are presented this evening by the University of Rochester and ROTC.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Rochester RazorSharks Broadcast Network. Tariq Spence, John Boone with you here today. The RazorSharks, one of the top teams in the Premier Basketball League, taking on another top team in Ohio and the Bootleggers. John, last time these two teams met, well, the RazorSharks won both encounters. A close one they had to come back from with Ohio winning on the road against Ohio, but also here at the Blue Cross Arena, last game they played, they won as well. So RazorSharks are 2-0, but Ohio has come close to beating them before.
Yeah, they played really well for about 2.5 quarters, and I think they just got tired last game. But Bernard Edwards played very well, scoring 36 points, a season high for him. And if he can get some other guys to help him along the way, like Corey Ballard, who was their leading scorer, didn't do a whole lot last game, it could be a lot closer this time around.
Now, these two teams met about a week ago here at the Blue Cross Arena. Schedule has them meeting back here again, but it's the second time now here at the Blue Cross Arena. You got a chance to see them. Can Ohio come out with a different approach against this Razor Shark team?
I don't know if they're going to do a different approach. You kind of are who you are. They just got to make more shots and slow down Rochester. They didn't do a really good job, I think, of keeping Rochester away from the basket in the second half, and that's why Rochester was able to pull away.
No, the only team that beat Rochester at the Blue Cross Arena is Kentucky. They're not on the schedule unless they meet in the playoffs. Ohio's got a chance to add to that coming up next. Tip-off on the way here on the Rochester RazorSharks Broadcast Network.
Now for tonight's ceremony tip-off, please welcome the center court, Mayor Lovely Warren.
Back here live at the Blue Cross Arena with the Rochester RazorSharks and the Ohio Bootleggers. We'll do battle here for the second time this season, regular season matchup. And Tariq Spence, John Boone with you here today. The RazorSharks come into today's game number 2 in the Premier Basketball League behind Kentucky. Ohio has had their chances, John, to beat a team like Rochester, but they have not been able to do so this year. We'll see what happens here tonight with the Rochester RazorSharks and the Ohio Bootleggers.
Well, they got off to a really good start last game, led by Bernard Edwards, who's actually he's their third leading scorer, but he was on fire the other night here, scoring 36 points, a season high for him. Other guys struggled for him a little bit, so if Bernard can play like he did the other night and get some help from his supporting cast, they can give Rochester some trouble tonight. They don't have the size to match up with Rochester, but they do a really good job of finding mismatches, isolating guys, and taking advantage of those mismatches on the offensive end.
So for the Rochester RazorSharks, they will go with a different lineup in Melvin Council in the starting lineup yet again. He started a few games, but not a lot this season. Jordan Raley out on the court with Jerice Crouch, who has it tipped. And over his head, Dele Coker and Corey Ullman starting 5 for the RazorSharks. Sean Dyer, Trey Miller, as well as Bernard Edwards, the man of the hour last time these two teams met, as Coker goes over. Patton move in the paint. You talk a bit about the size there. You don't want to go against Coker.
No, and again, Rochester doing what they did to start the last game, trying to establish their inside game and the height advantage early, and Dele was able to do it right there.
And on cue, Bernard Edwards picking up right where he left off game 1.
He likes this building.
Corey Ullman thought about a 3. Coker will work this time a turnaround jumper baseline. So Coker 2 for 2 from the field.
Well, he's got 4 or 5 inches on Edwards, and it's just turning around, just shooting right over him.
Can't get the reverse layup there. There's Edwards. Back the other way come the RazorSharks. 3 by Crouch is good. So the RazorSharks have taken 3 shots, made them all. Have a 7-3 lead early on.
Well, it's good to see him get off to a good quick start, hitting shots early, not giving Ohio any confidence.
Brett McKnight can't get that one to go. Edwards with the rebound, reset there by Cody Bernard.
And Ohio's going to have to, do things like that, get offensive rebounds, create extra possessions for themselves because of the size disadvantage that they have.
Millard down low working against Dyer. Dyer gets the ball, turnaround jumper. So he cuts it to within 2 now. 7-5 and a light press from Ohio broken by Rochester.
Yeah, something we didn't see the other night. So, changing things up just a little bit, showing Rochester a little bit different look defensively.
Crouch with Dyer on him. Into the corner. Council has Miller right in his face. Over to Crouch for 3 again. That's no good. Rebounded Ullman, but over to McKnight. Over to Edwards, and that's where he was. That's not where he was going.
I don't think the right guy had the ball leading that fast break there. He should have given up to Edwards a little bit earlier.
So 7-5 lead, Rochester with it here. Just underway here at the Blue Cross Arena with people still trickling in. On a Thursday night, enjoying some Rochester RazorSharks basketball. Dele Coker's hit 2 shots in a row and make that 3 in a row. So he's pulled out about 2-3 different weapons.
Yeah, no, another nice move. And the other thing I like about it is he's going up against Edwards. He's going to make Edwards work on the defensive end too. Try to take the legs away a little bit of a guy that dropped 36 on you last game.
McKnight rebound by Rochester. McKnight's jumper no good. Meanwhile, on the other end, Council. Crossover, Rayleigh up and in with the foul and 1.
Nice move by Melvin. Nice roll by Jordan, finding him, and good finish at the basket.
So Rochester, as you said before, John, using their height here. You can see Council right to Rayleigh. I got the height. Shot over and in. He completes the 3-point play. Rochester quickly up 11-5.
And then, if you're Coach Iverson again, you're happy to see this quick start because they didn't have this kind of start at the last week.
Rochester blocked there. Ullman for 3. Uh-oh. If he starts heating up, it's going to be a problem early on. So Rochester hitting from outside. The offensive woes that we experienced in this team for the last 2 games, John, was surprising early on. This game, they come out shooting. I think they've only missed 1 shot.
Yeah, and again, if you're Coach Iverson, that's what you were hoping to see. You were hoping to see them come out, hit some shots early, and get off to a good start, and they have with a 10-point lead.
9-10 left to go first quarter. Rochester already up by 10. We'll be back with the rest of the first quarter next on the Rochester RazorSharks Broadcast Network.
Frame Up of Rochester, located in the Pittsburgh Plaza. Stop down to the table located near the Shark Bench to purchase your 50-50 raffle tickets. Half of tonight's winnings will be donated to the Project Hugs. Be sure to also register for your chance for a prize from Polar Plunge Package and your chance to participate in the shot contest taking place during the 4th quarter. The contestant will be announced during halftime. And the next time you need professionally printed materials to promote your business, look to Panther Graphics for peace of mind. Our team of experts will make your vision become reality. Visit panthergraphics.net to learn more about the products we can provide for you. With Panther Graphics, the proof is in the print.
Let's go, hey! Red one, hey, hey! Shawty got that super thing, hotter than the sun in the south of Spain. Got me soon as I walk through the door. My pockets started tickling, the way she drop it low that thing. Got me wanna spend my money on her. She get it poppin' like it droppin' that birthday cake. Got a candle, need to blow that crazy flame. I take my red, black card and my jewelry.
Rochester RazorSharks up by 10 early. Haven't really missed a shot here thus far in the game. Ohio has not seen that before. A very good offense to start for Rochester.
And it'll be interesting to see what Ohio does. They've struggled against Rochester's full court pressure in the last game, so let's see what kind of adjustments they made since they played on Saturday night.
Miller with it, chased by Ullman. Gets it over to Dyer. He gets it across midcourt. Double team into the corner, and unfortunately no one's over there.
And again, the pressure worked. They dictated where they wanted the ball to go. He picks it up right at one of the worst places you can pick it up as soon as you cross half court, and threw the ball away, creating the turnover for Rochester.
It's like you created your own corner.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, that's exactly what you do when you pick the ball up at half court. You bring the sideline and the mid-court line into play for the defense.
That ball's knocked away, picked up by Riley, though. Deep into the corner, Council for three. If it's starting to flow like that early, you're going to have to go to that offensive unit if you're Ohio, get some points on the board here.
Yeah, well, they're going to have to try to do something. And one of the things they got to try is start making some shots on this end.
McKnight thought about it. Drives. No foul called there, but it's out of bounds off of Coker. And McKnight saying it's kind of pushed there. He just asked.
I think Rochester got a little break there. They'll take it.
Boy, 13-point lead early on. Rochester unbelievably hot from the field.
Well, we know they're capable of doing it. They just haven't shown it in the first quarter of games, really most of the season.
Really trying to get the ball down low to Coker, who's been hot from the field. He's got McKnight on him. And in and out, no good. That was halfway down.
Well, you see the switch that Ohio made there, putting McKnight, who's a little bit, stronger than Edwards, on Coker there, and was able to push him a little bit farther away from the basket.
Pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound, Rochester. Cross court, Ullman has to get control of it first, then dribble back out. Over to Crouch, another long three. That's no good. Rebounded by Ohio. 7:22 left to go here, first quarter. Cross court, jumper. A lot of front rims. Ohio having a tough time offensively thus far.
Yeah, they're the ones off to the slow start offensively.
Ullman, that's no good. Rebound. Back the other way comes Ohio.
So that's actually a tougher shot than people realize. You don't catch it in rhythm, and then you got to try to find a little rhythm. And with Miller going by, he kind of distracted Ullman enough where he couldn't make the shot.
And foul call there. Edwards on the deck didn't get the call. I think that one is going to be on Ballard. So he picks it up. Well, it's on Raley, but Ballard will be heading to the line for free throws.
And Ballard's, their leading scorer, but he struggled in, the game Saturday night. Really didn't do a whole lot. And Edwards, was picking up the slack. And he needs somebody like Ballard to step up tonight if they're going to, keep this game close.
Well, you stop the clock if you're Ohio right now. You haven't been able to hit the field too much. See if you can try to get this lead down to single digits again.
Yeah, you're going to take points any way you can right now when you're struggling offensively. So getting to the free throw line is a good thing.
Both by Ballard are good. And the deficit now 11 for Ohio. Rochester feeling a little bit of a press and a foul call. Miller did push Crouch a little bit. Touch foul, but it's still a foul.
Yeah, well, that's kind of an emphasis now. You put two hands on the ball handler, it's going to be a quick whistle, and he clearly does put both hands on him.
So Crouch get it across midcourt. Rochester up by 11. Down low, Raley. He gets to work on the post moves against Edwards, and same results.
Well, nice adjustment there. You see Edwards switched out on Raley, so you throw Raley in the post and let Raley go to work on him. Nice adjustment by Coach Iverson there, and Jordan was able to take advantage of it.
McKnight driving. Scoop layup, no good. Off the fingertips, but picked up by Ullman. He'll get it across midcourt. Try to go by Miller. Scoop layup is good. Now, I don't see that too often. He really shifted the ball from his left to his right hand for an easier layup in stride.
Yeah, he kind of started to lose it, but was able to gain control of it, switch hands, and make a nice finish. But it was nice to see him keep his dribble alive there and take the ball to the basket.
That three is no good. Backed up the court come the RazorSharks. Council thought about it, get it to Crouch, down low. Coker tried to pass as Council was moving, turnover. Edwards got to get some points here. And they're going to say it was off Crouch, out of bounds. So
some subs here by Ohio. I think they're going to try to just find somebody who can put the ball in the basket right now, because no one's been able to do that with any consistency here in the first 6 minutes.
Tony Anderson into the game. Randall Clark as well, or Clark's son. McKnight thought about a long three with Rayleigh up there. Down low, lost the ball, put back, blocked there as Coker gets the rebound. Crouch, scoop layup is no good, in and out. Nice touch there.
Yeah, good take, just unfortunate result.
Ballard, cross court, McKnight for three. Front rim, no good. Tried to fight for it. Council comes away with it. Johnson comes out defensively, cross court to Crouch. Now back across to the other court for Allman for three. That's no good. Ohio's got a chance here. They got to make some shots.
Yeah, no, they've been getting good looks. They're just not finishing anything. And, Rochester's been able to take advantage of a lot of that.
Anderson, step back jumper, no good. Back rim. Crouch off to the races. Scoop layup, no good. Coker, put back. It's in and out. I don't think that counted.
No, it didn't. It's got to go all the way through, and it didn't go all the way through.
Yeah.
He snapped the rim, and the ball came all the way back up.
And Ohio with a chance to come back on the other end and get the points. So 22-9. Very weird to see that.
It's definitely not something you see very often.
Well, his name was announced as if he scored, but unfortunately he didn't, which is fine. I mean, I thought he scored for a second until I saw the refs not say anything. So Jordan Rayleigh back in the post again. Anderson can't hold him.
Well, Jordan, you give him that much room to work, he's going to take advantage of it, and he clearly, was able to do it right there.
Scoop layup off the turnover by Corey Ullman. 15-point lead is now 17-point lead.
Well, this doesn't look anything like the team from Ohio we saw on Saturday night. They look really out of sync and not into it, and Rochester definitely playing with a lot more energy than we saw them come out with on Saturday night.
Back the other way. 24, it says here 24-11, but I thought it was 26-11 earlier. Meanwhile, Rochester getting some offense taken care of here. And so the Rochester RazorSharks, and 26, says here 26-11 here on the board, but we'll come back and make sure that that's accurate. 3:14 left to go. Rochester RazorSharks leading it by 17. Yeah, 17. Okay. Rochester RazorSharks leading it here. 3:12 left to go here in the first quarter. And Rochester right now, it says here on the scoreboard 26-11. I thought it was 28-11.
I think they're trying to figure it out themselves here at the table. Now it's because one place has it 28-11, the other place has it 26-11. But either way, Ohio's come out really slow. They're not making shots and doing the things that they did on Saturday. And I think a lot of it also has to do with the effort that Rochester's put out here to start the game.
Anderson with it. Baseline jumper is good, and Ohio needed that in the worst possible way.
Well, he's been making substitutions, just trying to find someone that can give him some offense, and Anderson's come off the bench and done that.
Rayleigh can't get that one to fall, goes right off the rim. Back the other way comes Ohio. Still 2:39 left to go here in the first quarter.
The one thing that they haven't been able to do after they make a jump shot there, but they haven't been able to find some of those mismatches like they were able to do on Saturday night, and I think that's partly why they've been struggling on offense, is they haven't been able to take advantage of some of those mismatches that they were able to get into offensively.
Or Cody Ballard with another big shot. And right now, Ohio starting to get those shots to fall a little bit. Ullman thought about it, baseline, and draws the foul. Shot does not go. And with 2:04 left to go here in the first quarter, Rochester RazorSharks leading it here, 28-16. We'll be back with the rest of the first quarter coming up next here on the Rochester RazorSharks Broadcast Network.
And time now for Finley's Fast Feet. Here's how this works. We got two contestants who will run from one end of the court to the other against Finley. And of course, the winner tonight gets a t-shirt. Contestants, Finley, on your mark, get set, go. This is Michael and Colin racing Finley. And once again, Finley comes up just a bit short. Congratulations, guys. You've won a free RazorSharks t-shirt. Make sure you have a chance to race Finley at our next home game.
Welcome back here to Blue Cross Arena. 12-point lead for the RazorSharks, 28-16. Greg Spence, John Boone with you here today. 2:04 left to go here in first quarter. So, John, the offense comes out. RazorSharks looks good. Maybe, what would you say, 6 out of 7 first shots?
Yeah, they definitely came out on fire and were able to jump out to a quick lead. They had this lead as much as 17. Ohio's making a little run here, but as long as they keep making shots like they are and playing defense at the other end, they should be in for a strong game tonight.
Sidney Holmes checks in for the RazorSharks. So is Devereaux Biggs, who has played very well.
He had 27 points off the bench the other night in about 15 minutes. He could not miss from the field. He leads the team in steals and was sparking them on the defensive end, getting his hands on balls and creating steals. He was a big reason why Rochester pulled away there in the third and fourth quarter Saturday night.
Devereaux Biggs has played extremely well. I would say the last 3 games or so for Rochester, seen him out on the court.
Well, and he's being rewarded for it tonight. I mean, normally he's not in the game in the first quarter, and he's in there already.
Little press broken by Ohio, and that's out of bounds as Sidney Holmes was literally about an inch or two away from being able to steal that.
And it still doesn't look like Ohio's figured out how to break this press.
Johnson with it. Backdoor. Stolen away. Dyer has it knocked away. Crouch to Ullman. 3 is no good. Raley with the rebound. And Jerice able to lay it in for 2.
Dyer made a nice job of slipping the screen on the offensive end, but Jerice was in help side defense, was able to read it and get the steal to start the fast break.
16-point lead. 1.5 left to go here in the first quarter. Stolen away. Biggs. Scoop layup in traffic, gets it to go. As Devereaux Biggs.
No one stopped him, so he just kept going until he got to the rim.
Got to stop ball. Most important thing on the fast break. Dyer. Pick set there by Anderson. Anderson looking to pass. Johnson against Ullman. Shoulder in, can't get the ball to drop. Dyer, put back is good. So Sean Dyer.
Well, one of the little adjustments Rochester's made is you see Jerice Crouch kind of running at people when they're trying to back somebody in and forcing the double team.
They're saying Raley pushed off on Anderson. And so that'll go the other way.
The post players, you're good. You get that elbow on the man and you can hold him off. But once you extend that elbow, that arm away from the body, it seems like the officials will call it every time. He does a good job, and he just gives them just a little bit of a push and extends that arm, and the official sees it and calls it.
So Ohio, Anderson, jumper. That's no good. Picked up by Ohio. Out of bounds. So a lot of turnovers early on for this game for Ohio.
And a big reason why they're down 16. The other night they didn't turn the ball over, and early on, and were able to get good offense and get good shots, and they haven't been able to do that tonight.
Raley with the dunk and foul with 11 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Just a missed assignment.
Yeah, Rochester's doing a really good job of attacking that press, getting the ball in the middle of the floor and breaking. You want to break a press down, that's how you do it. You get the ball in the middle of the floor, turn. Sydney did a good job of turning and facing, seeing Jordan open and getting the ball. And then Jordan knew what to do with it.
11 seconds stolen away as Raley can't complete the three-point play. Back on the other end, 5 seconds left to go. Dyer scoop layup is good. John Ivey for three. Doesn't go at the buzzer. Midcourt shot. Rochester RazorSharks up 36 points in the first quarter. Ohio found a little offense with 24. It is a 12-point lead for Rochester with the second quarter coming up next here on the Rochester RazorSharks Broadcast Network.
How about your Lady Sharks? Hey, Shark fans, want to take the Sharks team with you everywhere you go? Oh, now you can. Text SHARK17 to 72727 to receive our mobile program to check out the team right from your smartphone.
Everybody look at me. I walk in the door, you start screaming. Come on, everybody, what you here for? Move your body.
All right, Shark fans, get up, make some noise. Who wants a Razor Sharks t-shirt? It's all brought to you by Express Printing, the loudest Razor Shark fans. Get a t-shirt. Who wants a t-shirt?
The beat that I'm banging is delicious.
Burgerlicious definition, make them boys go loco. They want my treasures so they get their pleasures from my boat. So you can see me, you can't squeeze me. I ain't easy, I ain't sleazy. I got reasons why I tease them. Boys just come and go like seasons. Burgerlicious, so delicious. But I ain't promiscuous. And if you was
Back here live at the Blue Cross Arena, Rochester RazorSharks with a 36-point first quarter for Rochester. The one thing you can say, though, John, that first quarter could have gone a lot worse for Ohio. They finally found their offensive rhythm. I don't know if it was late arriving on the bus or what, but it finally did get here to Rochester right in the middle of that first quarter, John.
Yeah, they were able to start getting at the basket a little bit more in finishing, and that's what they weren't doing early on. I mean, they still only shot 33% for the quarter, but they probably shot at about 50% the last 4 minutes of the quarter, where Rochester came out on fire, pretty much stayed on fire, shot almost 56% from the field. And I don't care who you're playing, you shoot 56% from the field, you're going to win a lot of games.
Well, for the Rochester RazorSharks, led by a number of different players moving the ball around, but Corey Ullman right now with 11 points in the game, couple threes early on, 9 for Jordan Raley. And Dele Coker, I think he started off 3 for 3 from the field.
Yeah, and it's nice to see their bigs getting off to a good start, which is something that that they wanted to do. And something you don't see, they don't have a big on the floor right now.
As Edwards not able to knocked that one down. McKnight all over Biggs. Now draws Edwards. Nice reverse or nice give and go on the baseline from Biggs to Ivy.
Yeah, and Sidney couldn't come up with the offensive rebound there. You know, Sidney leads the team in rebounding coming off the bench. You know, it's amazing what their bench does. You know, 2 of their top 4 scorers come off the bench. Their leading rebounder comes off the bench. Lead the team in steals comes off the bench. So just kind of tells you the depth of Rochester with, you know, whoever comes in the game can keep things going.
McKnight, big 3 from outside. Ohio's going to need a couple more of those, trailing right now by 13.
And again, a little pressure by Ohio. Again, something they didn't show the other night.
As they sandwich Miller there. Biggs, it's a shot off. Front rim no good. Miller comes away with it, trying to get it up the court. Dyer trying to get it back out to McKnight. That's just putting your hands up on defense. And back the other way, McGill fouled as he was heading to the rack.
Yeah, Dyer gets in the lane, and unfortunately, once he leaves his feet, though, he gets into trouble, and you know, gravity takes over. And eventually he's got to get rid of the basketball, and there's 4 Sharks around him, and you know, turns the ball over.
So Rashad McGill, as he's fouled there by Miller, will head to the free throw line. First free throw by McGill is no good. He's usually a pretty good free throw shooter as well. He usually knocks those down.
And it's one of the things that, you know, I would say the team has struggled with as a whole in the year. I mean, they're got a couple guys that shoot it pretty well. Like John Ivey leads the league in free throw shooting percentage. You know, but some other guys have seemed to struggle more than they should.
1 of 2 from the free throw line for McGill. Ball knocked away, and Ballard had to go off of his arm, but it was deflected originally by Helton. So Helton getting a good job done defensively, just a deflected.
And again, the press. Ohio just still struggling, trying to figure out how to attack that press.
Helton, pull-up jumper. That's no good. Back up the court comes Ohio. 3, McKnight got it again.
Same spot.
So McKnight goes 3 for 3 or 2 for 2 in the same 3-point spot, cutting that lead down. Back up again by John Ivey. So what was an 11-point lead goes right back up to 14.
Well, John leads the PBL in 3-point field goal percentage, you know, shooting over 53% from the 3. And you see why right there.
Biggs stolen away. Foul. Miller hits the deck. Biggs in. He's gonna get a tech. Yeah, yeah. That was a lose your cool foul. As you can see here, that was
Yeah.
And
he put both hands right on him and shoved him down after the foul. So I mean, it was, you know, pretty clear. Pretty clear.
Well, I saw Miller go flying, and I'm like, there's no way he could have tripped that fast.
Yeah,
and Biggs just said that Iverson, my fault.
Yeah.
So
it's pretty clear in the replay that you know, he puts both hands on him and shoves him away from him. So I mean, Miller kind of got him hard on the foul, but you just can't retaliate there. You got to just play through it and keep moving on. I mean, it's the thing you love about Biggs. You love his emotion, but it's sometimes, you know, it's not the first time we've seen him get a technical, getting, you know, a little upset about something.
And to be fair, you know, not if you don't see or I don't see or a ref doesn't see something happen earlier with these 2 players, you know, an elbow or something like that, Biggs isn't going to forget it because he's the one that gets hit.
Oh, right.
And so I'm not justifying his actions. What I'm saying is it can get to that point without even no one realizing that transpired. So it's not like Biggs was like, you know what, I'm just going to shove him down to the court because I don't like him. Something may have happened prior to that or in that moment that does it.
Right. But at the same time, you know, what you have to understand as a player, you have a chance to get even in the course of the game. You don't want to do it right then and there in front of the official. You can kind of, get your little shot back in. You run him off a good hard screen, and he kind of doesn't know what's coming, or you do. There's ways you can get your retaliation without picking up a technical foul. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
It was very well said, though. I think you did a great job in lightly saying that there's a chance for justification somewhere down the line.
Right, and because what's always going to happen, the officials always catch a retaliation, and that's kind of what that was. I mean, Miller fouled him hard. I mean, he slapped him, he fouled him hard. What Deverell's got to do is take it and then just say, okay, yours is going to get a little bit later.
Ivy, corner pocket, Helton no good, rebound. McKnight had it, lost it. Holmes just making it difficult. But Ohio comes away with it. Miller thought about it, but Helton's on him. Gets him up in the air and in for two. So that fake sort of layup, it seems to be working well.
Yeah, he does it well, Miller. We saw him do it the other night.
Helton has Ballard all over him. Ivy turns, gets it off glass, can't get it in. Knocked around, picked up by Ballard. Moving up the court, McKnight goes around. Nice reverse layup and in for two. And Coach Iverson's upset. That lead has now gone down to 9.
Well, the offense is kind of stagnant. I mean, guys are standing around watching other guys dribble. The ball's not moving. Guys aren't cutting. And that's what got them the lead early, and they've stopped doing that here.
9-point lead for Rochester, 40-31. We'll be back with more first half action coming up next here on the Rochester RazorSharks Broadcast Network.
And fans, the RazorSharks are back in action on Thursday, March 9th at 7 as they host the Jamestown Jackals. That's next Thursday, 7 o'clock, right here at the Blue Cross Arena. And John Bethlehem Heating and Cooling, family owned and operated since 1941, celebrating 75 years serving Rochester and surrounding towns. Call 271-8888 for all your indoor comfort needs, or visit them on the web at 271-8888.com.
Welcome to the world. Welcome to the world. You got your pop star. I'll be your rock star. When it's a suicide, you call it superstar. Check out the forecast. Predictions won't stop. You'll get your 15, and then they take the spot. Let's go, let's go. And then you're ready to go. Let's go, let's go. 'Cause it's the end of the show. Let's go, let's go. So just get ready to go. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go.
Back here live at the Blue Cross Arena, 8:39 left to go here in this first half. Rochester had a double-digit lead, as high as 16, only to have it dwindle down to 9 here with plenty of basketball to play. Ohio still hasn't sort of had someone take the game over. You've seen McKnight make a few shots. You've seen Ballard make a few shots. You've seen the ball distributed from a number of players on Ohio's end. Meanwhile,
they're getting to the basket and finishing, which is what they weren't doing earlier, and that was when you had Raley and Coker in the game, kind of altering shots, and Rochester's gone a little bit smaller here, and Ohio's kind of taking advantage of it, getting at the basket, not worrying about that 6'10" guy coming over and blocking a shot.
so the RazorSharks, Dyer, corner, Edwards, that's no good. Rebound, back the other way. Come the RazorSharks. Biggs thought about it, hesitation dribble. Out to McGill, jumper, no good, front rim. Ohio pushing it up the court.
You're seeing a reverse roles here. I mean, Rochester's stopping, attacking the basket and not making shots, and Ohio is.
McKnight tries a three, that's no good. Rochester back the other way. Game still 9-point lead. Helton's three, corner. That's no good, out of bounds. So both teams struggling offensively. Missed shot after missed shot after missed shot. So Josh Chichester into the game. Sidney Holmes will take a seat.
And Josh missed the game Saturday, so getting his first look at Ohio here in a little while.
Ballard with it. Finds Josh. Out, but stolen by McGill. Picked up by Ivy to Biggs. Can he finish? No, he cannot. But behind the back pass from McGill to Biggs, who scores. On the other end, Ballard able to answer.
Yeah, no one rotated back there for Rochester, and Ballard kind of cherry picked there and was able to go in and get the layup after Rochester scored.
Yeah, it worked. It's worked. I always hated that when I played pickup basketball.
Yeah. There's always one guy. There was always one guy.
I got 15 points, but you got 10 of them just not getting back on defense.
And your man scored 20 because you weren't guarding him at the other end.
So frustrating. What's great is that you actually don't see that here very often.
Right.
But in pickup basketball or yard, basketball, or you see it a lot.
Yeah. Another offensive possession there. Ball's just not moving like it was the first 6 minutes of the game for Rochester.
9-point lead. Ohio's had a chance to try to dwindle it down, just can't make their shots. Trading with Rochester.
Biggs got to be careful there. That elbow was a little high.
Stolen away. Edwards gets it back after it's stolen. McGill steals it from him. Football pass. And I don't know what to really make of that exchange.
A lot of ugly basketball. A lot of guys trying to dribble instead of picking the basketball up and get possession of it. Guys are trying to dribble it. Just pick it up, get possession of it, and then you can go try to score.
Edwards through the crowd and gets a foul. And Devereaux Biggs gets the foul and doesn't like it.
He's got to be careful. He's got it technical. He's got to be careful here.
Yeah, don't do it again. Yeah, you don't do it again. I mean, listen, he asked the question in a sarcastic way. It wasn't.
Right, but it's one thing to ask the question. It's the other thing to keep talking. He's got, I don't think the first question is what gets you in trouble. It's
it's
it's what comes after that. Yeah.
That ball is blocked by McGill. Put back by Anderson's no good. Tipped away and picked up by Rochester. So Chichester hits the deck, saved out Biggs for three. That's good. Devereaux Biggs.
That's a great job by Josh of not traveling. I don't know how he didn't travel there. And then to be able to find Biggs for the three. Nice play by Josh.
It just ends some ugly basketball between both teams, not able to make shots. It became very frustrating. The score staying at a 9-point lead. And answered on the other end. Nice shot on the back end.
Well, the thing about Ohio, they're not going to be afraid to keep shooting. I mean, I don't think too many of these guys know what a bad shot is. They will keep shooting. So if they can keep getting open looks and making some shots, they can stay in this game.
Biggs to Chichester. Underneath it, in for two. Clarkson thought about it, and Ivy came out to meet him.
Biggs doing a nice job there last possession, keeping his dribble alive and, waiting for Josh to get open there in the middle.
Johnson over to Anderson. Anderson, reverse layup is good.
Nice move. Use the rim to kind of shield Chichester away from him. And then you go to the left hand.
4:35 left to go here in this first half. McGill waiting. Blocked there. Gets it back. Put back. No good. Chichester can't get it to go inside and out of the rim. That's the second time I've seen that. Shot halfway down and comes right back out for Rochester.
I think he kind of got caught whether he wanted to dunk it or lay it in. It almost looked like he was kind of not sure what he wanted to do there.
I still think it should have went down, but it didn't. 4:19 left to go here, first half. 47-38 lead for Rochester.
Now are Tuesdays, and all-you-can-eat shrimp every Wednesday. Joe's Crab Shack, a proud sponsor of the Razor Sharks. And if you have printing needs, you can trust that Printer Graphics will get the job done right. Proudly located at 465 Central Avenue in Rochester, Panther is your source for quality marketing materials, brochures, packaging, and more. Visit panthergraphics.net or call 546-7163 to start your next project. With Panther Graphics, the proof is in the print.
Back at live at the Blue Cross Arena, 4:19 left to go here in this first half. Rochester leading it 47-38. Tariq Spence, John Boone with you here today. So the Rochester RazorSharks coming into today's action, taking on Ohio for the third time. And they've played some pretty good games against the Bootleggers, winning all of them. Remember, the comeback game was in Ohio. Fourth quarter comeback, Rochester able to win. Chichester jumper, in and out and in.
Well, they needed that. I mean, the offense, they scored 36 points in the first quarter, and they've only scored 13 points in the first 8 minutes of this quarter.
And Clarkson gets fouled, but he'll head to the free throw line as the shot almost went down for him at the back of the rim.
He just goes right at John Ivy here. And kind of with John there. I'm not really sure where the foul was, but it looks like he was trying to back away from him. I don't know if the push, kind of a little push there early.
Sort of that underarm, left hand, try to steal it away. Foul call. They caught him, I guess. First free throw by Clarkson is good. Second one cuts it down to 9.
Like a guy told me, it had to be a foul. He was shooting free throws.
Boy, I tell you, there's a reason why you coaches make them shoot those free throws at the end of practice. Very important at the end of the game. Helton, the free three is good. So, James Helton.
Big's doing a really nice job so far, keeping his dribble alive and waiting and drawing the defense and getting people open.
Helton tried to go behind the back, lost it, and it results in 2 quick points for Ohio.
Yeah, unfortunate there. Just trying to make a move to go by and just lost the handle.
10-point lead for Rochester, still 3:15 left to go here in the first half. Biggs, McGill, stolen away, Johnson.
I'd like to see him throw a bounce pass there. If he throws a bounce pass, it's a layup.
Clarkson down low. Anderson gets Ivy. Turnaround. Can't get it to go. Chichester comes in and gets the rebound. Ivy slicing through. Can't get the left-handed layup to go.
Good move, just didn't finish. You know, another good job. No one picked up the basketball, and John was able to get all the way to the rim, just couldn't make the layup.
Anderson fouled. It's one of the things for young people watching. I tell this all the time. You got to practice those layups, especially off your offhand. So if you're right-handed, those left-handed layups will benefit you one day. You just got to keep trying them. 10-point lead for Rochester. We'll wrap up the first half coming up in a matter of moments here in the Rochester RazorSharks Broadcast Network.
Let's take your spin, Shark fans. It's the RazorSharks Dance Cam.
Back here live at the Blue Cross Arena. 10-point lead for the Razor Sharks, 52-42. Tariq Spence, John Boone with you here today.
We got a new Shark in.
Yep. Let's see.
Tomas.
Let me see who that new Shark is here. Oh.
Tomas Vasquez Simmons from School of the Arts High School here in Rochester. Canisius College.
Canisius College.
Yeah.
Front rim no good. So
I coached against him.
Mr. Vasquez in the Razor Sharks lineup for right now, number 15 on your program. Just added, I believe, yesterday, if I can't have my day straight. What's today, Thursday?
Yeah.
Second free throw by Anderson's no good. So not able to cut down that deficit, a single digits, Iverson. Chichester got Anderson in the air and made him pay for it.
That's a good finish.
Yeah.
You're not going to miss too many of those when you go that hard to the basket.
Nice hard fake, and all you needed was a big to go one step to the other direction, and then you run right by him.
And Tomas did a nice job of sealing his man off so he couldn't come over and help either.
Edwards struggling here today. Iverson for three. In and out, no good. Put back is by Tomas.
Getting his first 2 points there on an offensive rebound. Good to see.
And foul. And they're going to get Josh Chichester.
A little bit too many hands on him. He's having a little fun conversation about it with McKnight right now.
Yeah. It's always good to see. For competitive guys, that, and make no mistake about it, as friendly as that conversation is, Ohio wants to beat Rochester.
Oh, yeah. The official gave the ball to Coach Iverson, the inbound. That was kind of interesting little exchange there.
Maybe that should be a nice new rule. The coach inbounds the ball.
But I don't think he wants to inbound it to Ohio. That's the only thing.
Hey, it is change is sometimes fun to watch.
Josh, you got to let him come over and get set before you pass him the ball.
Biggs gave it up behind the Vasquez. And he's able to finish. So 4 quick points for Vasquez just into the game. Minute to go left here in the first half. Rochester's extending this out to a 16-point lead. Now back down to 14.
Well, and again, they're trying to, do what they did last game, find mismatches, and they found a little mismatch there, with John Ivey on defense.
Ivey, Vasquez swinging around Helton, and
3 seconds. Offensive 3 seconds on Josh. Not a call you see too often.
No, it's not.
He must have been in there for about 6 or 7 seconds from the call, a 3-second violation.
He didn't like the fact that was called. But we move on. Edwards driving. Shot goes. Try to get a foul call in all of that traffic. Points tough to come by for Edwards today.
Yeah, he's not having the game, but Ballard and McKnight have stepped up like they needed to.
Helton, pull-up jumper is no good. Chichester can't get it, and here comes Ohio's chance. 10 seconds left to go. Ballard, 3. Front rim, no good. Saved. Ballard, over to McKnight. Corner, 3. That's no good. So it's a 12-point lead for the Rochester RazorSharks. 58-46. We'll be back with first half stats coming up in a matter of moments here on the Rochester RazorSharks Broadcast Network.
shut him down. Y'all thought we killed him with the last one? Ow! Remix. DB, Diaz Brothers, Flow Rider, Bullhorn, Pitbull, Flipper, DJ Loud. Shake, shake, now drop. What your mama said. Shake, shake, now drop. What your man said. Shake, shake, now drop. What your sister said. Flow Rider, DJ Loud, Bullhorn. I wanna see you move and shake it, drop it, Charlotte. Mama got the body on her slim waist. That upper bottom, she got it look good all in my face. I like when they lose, but don't get abused. DJ Last got them on pimp juice. She bringing it back. I'm probably giving the stacks. I gotta give it the cash. What she do with the ass me if I think short it fine. Damn right, I'm about to lose my mind. So stacked, know how to make that body whine, grind. I wanna press rewind. I give it.
How about your Lady Sharks? And now here comes Greece Arcadia Modified Boys Basketball. First off, though, the world-famous chair shot.
She sees him walking in a straight line. That's not really her style. And they all got the same heartbeat.
All right, here's how this works. We got Brandon. Brandon will be getting very comfortable and shooting for a chance to win a $25 gift card to PF Chang's. Brandon, your first shot. Go ahead. Nice shot. Here comes Mary.
Hey. All right, you need a little luck here. Hold on to that ball. Hold on. Hold. All right, so the first time you were short. The second time you hit a little bit more lift on it. All right, take a deep breath. You're going to push. Which way were you throwing? From your chest or over your head? All right, give it all you got. Now I want to get everybody in here. Start clapping. Let's get behind him. Get some good prizes if he makes it. There you go. Push! Mush! Oh, so close. Very good try. We do have a prize for you anyways. Thanks, guys.
All right, fans, now welcome to the court. The Greece Arcadia Modified Boys Basketball team. First, the white team, coached by Shane Ritchie. They are number 3, Nasir Carr. Number 6, Isaiah Dunn. Number 8, Aaron Ford. Number 30, Ryan Minio. Number 21, Vinny Casilla. Number 50, Jake Robbins. And number 97, Stephen Lafavois. And the maroon team, how about number 4, Gabe Taylor. Number 7, Joey Schweiger. Number 9, Anthony Diditel. Number 15, Jake Timsball. Number 16, Dan Weikes. Number 20, Sal McCall. And the head coach is Easy. All right, fans, let's hear it for Greece Arcadia.
He sees them talking with a big smile, but they haven't got a clue.
you wanna do, baby? Where you wanna go? I'll take you to the moon, baby. I'll take you to the floor. I'll treat you like a real lady, no matter where you go. Just give me some time, baby. Cause you know, even when we're apart, I know my heart is still there with you. 5 more hours till the night is ours, and I'm back with you. This right here is my type of party. 5 more hours, we're just getting started. This right here is my type of party. 5 more hours, we're just getting started.
5 more hours, we're just getting started.
How you wanna feel, baby? What you wanna know? Just pour another drink, baby. Come on, pour a little more. I treat you like a real lady. I keep you out the cold. I give you all my time, baby. You know, even when we're apart, I know my heart is still there with you. 5 more hours till the night is ours, and I'm back with you. This is, yeah, this right here is my type of party. Yeah, 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 yeah. 5 more hours, we're just getting started. This right here is my type of party.
Last minute of play in the exhibition. Last minute.
5 more hours, we're just getting started. 5 more hours, we're just getting started. Just getting started. I follow the sound of your heartbeat, how it always calls me, finding my way back to you. I'm feeling it more, never, never. I'll do this forever, just to spend the night with you. This is, yeah. This right here is my type of party. Yeah. 5 more hours, we're just getting started.
All right, in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's hear it for Greece Arcadia Modified Boys Basketball, tonight's youth basketball participants.
Just getting started.
All right, fans, Razor Sharks are back in action 1 week from tonight, Thursday, March 9th, when they take on the Jamestown Jackals. Next Thursday, 7 o'clock, right here at the Blue Cross Arena.
Bring it back like she loves some. Bring it back like she loves some. In the club with the lights off, but you acting shy for. Come and show me that you're with it, with it, with it, with it, with it. Stop playing, now you know that I'm with it, with it, with it, with it, with it, with it. What you acting shy for?
Just give me you, just give me you, just give me you. That's all I wanna do. And if what they say is true, if it's true, I'ma give it to you. I may take a lot of stuff, guaranteed I can back it up. I think I'ma call you bluff. Hurry up, I'm waiting out front. You see me in the spotlight, ooh, I love your style. Show me what you got, cause I don't wanna waste my time. See me in the spotlight, ooh, I love your style. Show me what you got now, come and make it worth my while. Give it to me, I'm worth it. I'm worth it. I'm worth it. Give me, I'm worth it. Give it to me, I'm worth it. Baby, I'm worth it. I'm worth it. Give me, I'm worth it.
it's all on you. So what you wanna do? And if you don't have a clue, not a clue, I'll tell you what to do. Come harder just because I don't like it too soft. I like it a little rough, not too much, but maybe just enough. You see me in the spotlight, ooh, I love your style. Show me what you got, 'cause I don't wanna waste my time. See me in the spotlight, ooh, I love your style. Show me what you got now, come on, make it worth my while. Give it to me, I'm worth it. Baby, I'm worth it. I'm worth it. Give me,
And fans, tonight's winner of the Polar Plunge prize pack is John Lee. Congratulations, John Lee. You've won tonight's Polar Plunge prize pack. They claim your prize down the table near the shark bench.
I tell her bring it back like she loves some. Bring it back like she loves some. In the club with the lights off, but you acting shy for. Come and show me that you're with it, with it, with it, with it, with it. Stop playing, now you know that I'm with it, with it, with it, with it, with it, with it. What you acting shy for?
You see me in the spotlight, ooh, I love your style. Show me what you got, 'cause I don't wanna waste my time. See me in the spotlight, ooh, I love your style. Show me what you got now, come on, make it worth my while. Give it to me, I'm worth it. Baby, I'm worth it. I'm worth it.
Make some
Back here live at the Blue Cross Arena, Rochester RazorSharks leading it here 58-46 over Ohio and the Bootleggers as the Rochester RazorSharks try to make it 2 in a row here against Ohio. Second half action coming up in a matter of moments. Coach John Boone, what do you see here in those first half stats?
Well, kind of a reverse of the first quarter. You know, Ohio shot about 33% in the first quarter, but they picked it up and shot 52% in the second quarter. Rochester shot over 50%, almost 56% in the first quarter, and shot only 34% in the second quarter. Now, the thing that saved Rochester in that second quarter is they got, 7 more offensive rebounds than Ohio, so they're able to get some extra possessions to be able to, get some baskets and, keep that lead at a relatively safe distance for right now. But, if you're Coach Iverson, you want to see the defense pick back up and shut Ohio down like they did in the first quarter and kind of stretch this lead out here in the third quarter.
Miller, Dyer, Edwards, Ballard with the basketball right now, and McKnight out on the court for Ohio. Starting 5 for the Rochester RazorSharks with Jerice Crouch, Melvin Council, Corey Allman, Dele Coker, and Jordan Rayleigh out for Rochester. Allman.
This starting 5 played very well to start the game and doing a lot of what you just saw right there, getting the ball inside.
Rayleigh in and out, no good. Miller with the rebound, back up the court he goes. As we are underway here in the third quarter, Ohio digged himself out of a little bit of a hole here. McKnight step back jumper is good.
Well, the good thing for Rochester was, Bernard Edwards, who scored 36 Saturday, was held to 5 in the first half. But their second and, their top 2 scorers, McKnight and Ballard, each had 11 in the first half there. And, McKnight just scored here to start.
10-point lead for Rochester. Dele Coker switches it out and gives it to Allman. Back down low to Coker. 5 on the shot clock. Turns away from Edwards. Off glass, no good. McKnight with the rebound.
I'd like to see him, attack with that jump hook and go right at Ballard.
McKnight's 3 is good. Shooter's touch. They're going to call it a 2. Or was that a 3? Yes, it was a 3. Sorry.
Well, Rochester needs an answer here. You don't want this game to keep creeping closer.
Allman gets it over to Council. Allman for 3. Answers it on the other end. Corey Allman.
That's a big shot. They needed that. I know it's early in the third, but you want to, you don't want Ohio keep creeping back in here and getting some confidence.
Dyer is fouled and 1. So Sean Dyer cutting to the hole. Ohio did this a lot in the last game here at the Blue Cross Arena. Cutting right to the hole. Nice play. Eyes open.
Well, Melvin turned his back, kind of lost him, and then went to double team. And, Ballard did a nice job of finding the cutter.
Dyer at the free throw line makes it a 3-point play, so back down to 7 for Rochester. Coker, top of the key, tries the same move but then stolen away by Miller. Down low, Dyer, left-handed layup for 2.
Nice pass by Miller. Nice bounce pass cross court. I don't think Dele realized that Miller was running behind him.
A shot no good by Rayleigh. Rebound and putback by Coker is no good either. So 2 bigs who started off hot in the game, not able to score here early on in the second. As Ballard and Allman get talking.
Ballard tried to do a little bit too much there. He had Miller wide open at the 3-point line and didn't pass it back out to him.
Edwards, he'll bring it across midcourt. 5-point lead, off glass and in for 2. As Edwards has had to work for every point he's gotten tonight. Extremely hard.
After you score 36, I think that's going to happen. They're going to make sure that you don't do that again, but not the start to the third that Rochester was hoping for.
3-point lead, though. Not the lead they expected to have here. 8:40 left to go here in the third. They're up by as much as 12. That 3 no good, rebounded by Ballard. Back comes Ohio with a chance to tie this game up. McKnight, Dyer, baseline jumper. No good. Miller, over jump for the rebound. Knocked away. Saved by Ballard. Ohio again.
Yeah, not a good outlet there by Dele.
Bizarre start to the third quarter as the starters have allowed Ohio to get back in this. Edwards fouled. It's a lot of ball.
Yeah, I almost think it wasn't the body that knocked him down. It was the force of the block that knocked him down. Ohio's made a little bit of adjustment here on the defensive end. Early in the game when Rochester would throw it into either Dele or Jordan, they were kind of not laying back and kind of letting the defender go one-on-one. Well, now they've been kind of doubling, bringing a double team, and it's kind of, Dele and Jordan haven't been able to make good moves on one-on-one because they're getting double teamed and the guys aren't cutting, and the offense kind of gets stagnant now when the ball goes into the post.
It's wild. This is a wild turn of events here. As Ohio has cut this lead down to 2.
Well, it's a game of adjustments. They made an adjustment, so now Rochester's got to make an adjustment to what they just did. So,
and now down to 1. 61-60. 8 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Crouch to Allman. Thought about a 3. Miller on him defensively. Gets it around to Crouch. Lost it on the break. McKnight off glass and in for 2. And guess who's got the lead? The Ohio Bootleggers have come back to take a 1-point lead, 62-61. John Boone, can you tell me what just happened?
That's a 16-3 run is what just happened. And it's what we said Ohio could do. They can get at the basket. They can kind of try to take advantage of mismatches, and they've done a good job of that. And Rochester hasn't helped them out by, poor shot selection, turning the ball over, and kind of digging themselves into a hole here. And like I said, Ohio made a nice adjustment at halftime. Obviously, they said, okay, if the ball goes inside, we're going to double. And, now Coach Iverson's got to counter that. He's either got to go smaller and kind of spread them out, or kind of get guys cutting off the post for open shots.
7:38 left to go here, third quarter. What an interesting turn of events we've just experienced. 1 point lead from Ohio. Yeah, I know. We'll get more of the third quarter coming up next. Back here live at the Blue Cross Arena, 1 point lead for the Ohio Bootleggers, 62-61. Tariq Spence, John Boone with you here today, and that is the stat you just talked about.
Yeah, 16-3 run to start the quarter, and a lot of it's Rochester's own undoing, turning the ball over and, not really running their offense and getting good shots like they were early in the game. And like I said, Ohio's made, as I said, they made the adjustment to double. They didn't double there.
Oh, a lot of contact, no foul call. Dele Coker couldn't get that to fall. McKnight thought about a three, pulled it back down, goes right up, and that's going to be a foul, hard foul on McKnight.
Well, the thing about Ohio that, we talked about a little bit earlier on is, they got guys that can score. I mean, they've got 6 guys that average in double figures. McKnight, Ballard, and, Edwards are all very capable scorers inside and out, so they're a tough team to guard. And when all 3 of them get it going, which they have in this quarter, they've all contributed to that run. They can be a difficult team, and Rochester's finding that out right now. They've got to make some adjustments here on the defensive end and get their offense going on the other end.
McKnight's first free throw is good, as Brett McKnight has had a very good night thus far. Shooting from the outside, diving. A lot on the line today.
He averages 19 a game, and didn't have a good game on Saturday night, so I think he came back with a point to prove. Him and Ballard both.
Yeah, well, they're proving it here tonight as he hits both free throws and puts Ohio up by 3. 7 minutes, a little over which, left to go here in the third quarter. Razor Sharks have let that 12-point lead slip right through their fingers, find themselves down. Crouch fouled. Miller said he'll take it.
And Edwards was saying, you didn't have to do that. I was standing right there helping you out.
You can see here on the replay, Miller said, I'm not going to catch him, but I got to stop him from shooting.
Yeah, but not recognizing that his teammate was standing right there to help out. He didn't really need to reach in there. But Rochester will take points any way they can right now.
As Jarice Crouch not able to make that first free throw.
And surprising that he, struggles at the free throw line. He's only a 63% foul shooter on the season. And for your point guard, you'd like to see that, up in the high 70s, low 80s if possible.
Jarice Crouch back at the free throw line. Got to get at least 1 or 2 here. Just under 7 minutes left to go. And he does.
I'm sure you're going to see the press again. Yep, and here we go. They got to get the pressure. And this is what Ohio struggled with last game, and they struggled with it some in the first.
This time they're able to make it happen. But, oh, no. Another turnover. Jarice Crouch. Reverse layup is good.
Look at right back in it. Yep, right back in it.
Game tied now at 64. That press again. This time broken. Ballard Johnson. Baseline. McKnight again. Hello.
And Jordan was there and just missed the pass.
66-64. Council scoop layup. Yeah, I got the feeling he has the ability to do that anytime he wants. Or at least he just makes it look easy.
Yeah, he does make it look easy at times.
Dyer turning. Crouch. Knocks it away. McKnight. He's had the hot hand here in the third. Coker playing him. Pull-up jumper. McKnight.
Well, as we've heard from some other announcers, hand down, man down. Dele didn't even contest that shot. You want to at least see him get a hand up on the shot.
The only good thing is that McKnight didn't take it from three. That's how hot he feels right now. As Corey Ullman comes back and answers on the end. So bucket for bucket, teams are making them. 68, game tied. Still 5.5 left to go here, third quarter. Ohio. Johnson, out. Ballard, 3. Corner pocket. Nope, they call it a 2. They will call that a 2.
But again, Ballard and McKnight really doing a number offensively here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. Ullman for 3. That's no good. Rebound. Saved by Johnson. He'll get it across midcourt. Driving right at Rayleigh. Out of bounds, and it'll be Ohio basketball. Sidney Holmes will come in, and we'll find out who's coming out in a matter of moments. With 4:57 left to go here in the third quarter, the Rochester RazorSharks trailing by 2, 70-68. We'll be back with more third quarter action coming up next here on the Rochester RazorSharks Broadcast Network. Back here live at the Blue Cross Arena, Rochester RazorSharks in action today as they are taking on the Ohio Bootleggers. Bootleggers leading it by 2, 70-64. McKnight for 3. He's had the hot hand. That's no good. Dyer with the rebound.
Not the score you were expecting to see after the start that Rochester got off to. You know, that 16-point, 36-point first quarter. And they've really struggled offensively since that first quarter.
McKnight driving, scoop layup, can't get it to go, gets his own rebound. Back up again and in for 2. What a twist turn and put back.
You can't give a team 3 chances to score, and not getting a defensive rebound there allowed Ohio 3 chances, and McKnight was finally able to score in the third possession.
Corey Ullman down low, Rayleigh, foul, McKnight. 4:16 left to go here in the third quarter. As you see here on the replay.
Well, McKnight didn't argue it. He quickly put his hand up, so he knew he got him.
Back to live action. Council has that block picked up by Holmes. Back out. Ullman for 3. No good. Rebound. Foul the other way.
Yeah, Sidney over the back there trying to get the offensive rebound. Nice job by Ballard of boxing out.
And 4:01 left to go here in the third quarter. Could not have gone better really for Ohio. Still got time here. Rochester trailing by 4.
Well, they gotta find a way to get some stops, and especially this guy right here, McKnight.
Turn around. Uh-oh. As he continues his role here in the third.
Yeah, he is on fire here in the third quarter.
It's that type of day here for Mr. McKnight. So Brett McKnight collecting them. Those are 2 back-to-back for him. They cannot, with the way he's shooting the basketball, afford to lose him. And a backcourt violation, big.
And again, another turnover. And it's just been that kind of quarter for him. I mean, McKnight's got 28 points on the game. He's got 17 here in the quarter. Jeez. I mean, he's just been
that's impressive.
Unstoppable here in the third quarter.
So 3:33 left to go here in the third. Ohio with the basketball and a 6-point lead. Dyer can't get that to go. Knocked away and picked up. Crouch and Ullman run into each other. Tried to foul there. Give it up Raley. In for 2.
Nice job by Jerice finding Jordan there. Jordan doing a nice job running the floor.
4-point lead for Ohio. Rochester. Holmes working against McKnight. Foul call.
That was a foul. That's why, last possession, if you're Ohio, you don't want that shot by Dyer because you want to keep giving the ball to McKnight until somebody finds a way to stop him.
2:53 left to go here, third quarter. It is Brett McKnight that is led here in the third. Ohio, 4-point lead. We'll wrap up the third next here on the Rochester RazorSharks Broadcast Network. Back here live at the Blue Cross Arena, 4-point lead for Ohio as the Rochester RazorSharks find themselves down by 4, 74-70. The man at the line is the reason why.
Yeah, it's been the Brett McKnight show in the third quarter. 17 of their 28 points here, and he's about to have a chance to add 2 more to that total.
And we still have 2:53 left.
Well, what's crazy is you had, Bernard Edwards go off for 36 on Saturday night, kind of doing the exact same thing Brett McKnight's doing right now, just kind of finding his way to the basket one-on-one against whoever's guarding him from Rochester.
McKnight makes both free throws.
And he's got 30, and we're still 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
Jeez. Do you even pull him out? I mean, you got to rest him sooner or later. But he hadn't missed too much.
I might take him out the last possession of the quarter if he's on defense, just so he doesn't get a foul. But other than that, I don't know if I'm taking him out right now.
Corey Ullman fouled as he was going to the hole. So I'm not sure if that's a shooting foul.
They called it on the floor, it looks like.
Yep.
It's only the 4th team foul. So
Clarkson in for Johnson.
And you got Biggs in the game now, too, hoping to try to get a spark from him like you got on Saturday night.
3. Ullman, no good. Foul. Is that going to be on McKnight? Yeah, it is. So that's a lot of fouls collected on Brett McKnight. It's his 3rd foul, and he's collected them all here in the 3rd. So
that might be the only way to slow him down.
Yeah.
Is if he picks up a couple more.
Ullman thought about a 3. Clarkson there. Passes to Raley.
Who's going right at McKnight, which is what you want to do.
Can't get it over the rim. Foul. And I don't think that's going to be, that's going to be on Clarkson.
Got more hand than ball there.
So Raley using that height to get it over, but can't get it to go down. Slows the clock down a little bit with 2:23 left to go here, or 2:24 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. This game is rapidly slowed down to the help or to the benefit of Ohio. But now it's almost to the point where it's going too slow, where Ohio's got the 4-point lead and hasn't been able to add to it too much.
Well, Rochester back to the pressure.
McKnight for 3. That's no good. Rebound, foul, Clarkson.
He didn't. Instead of catching and shooting in rhythm, it's almost like he took his time and, kind of. You want to catch in rhythm and shoot. You don't want to kind of feel it like he did there.
So Crouch at the free throw line as they're in the bonus. And first free throw is no good by Crouch.
And again, it's not just for whatever reason, it just hasn't been a strength of his this year, the free throw line.
Second one is good. Extends the lead out to 3. 76-73. A little over 2 minutes left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Edwards over to Dyer. Dyer thought about a 3, pulled it back. Draw Sidney Holmes, double team, swinging it around. Clarkson for 3. That's no good. Rebound, Dyer swings it back out. Ballard, that's the 3, and a big one.
It always seems to happen. You give up that offensive rebound, and it doesn't lead to anything good for you on defense. And
Ullman.
Ohio knocking down the 3.
Out to Biggs. Back over to Ullman, trying to work it down low to Raley.
McKnight defense at 3 seconds. He never left the lane.
And that is a tech, and Corey Ullman will shoot it.
Well, you either want him or John Ivey shooting. Both of them shooting in the high 80s. John actually leading the PBL in free throw percentage.
And so Corey able to cut that down, 5-point lead. 90 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Ivy, Clarkson, pick set for him. Over to Ullman, Ballard on him. Shake and bake. Ballard sticking with him. Over to Ivy, turns right around, drives and in for 2. So
Nice little floater there at the end of the shot clock. John recognizing that the clock was winding down and was able to get in the lane and get the shot off.
3-point lead. McKnight nearly had it stolen away, gets it back. Edwards thought about it, swinging it. Clarkson, 6 on the shot clock. Someone's going to have to put up a shot here. And they do. Mr. Edwards squeezes through the defense and scores. Ivy. 3.
That was big. But, that last possession, you played good defense for 22 seconds and, have a little breakdown and give up an easy layup at the end of it.
Stole it away. Biggs drives. Can't get it, but the rebound put back by Jordan Raley. Game tied at 81. 24 seconds left to go. I told you that was a long 2-3 minutes that the game wasn't moving. And Rochester was able to erase a 6-point deficit tie it up at 81. Edwards. Johnson. Knocked away. Picked up. Allman. 3, 2, 1. Bang! That hurts. That is a breaker if it's good.
Oh, it's good. They got to put a little bit of time left back on the clock. But that's a lot of confidence right there when you're all by yourself and you pull up from 3.
Splash.
Because he had enough time to go in and make the layup.
Indeed.
But I think he has more confidence in his 3.
Well, Corey Allman making threes.
Oh no, it's not a bad thing. And
they put just
they
second on the clock,
and a tenth of a second, I think, is what it's supposed to be. And now it's
it's 1 second, 1/10, 1.1.
Oh, okay, 1.1.
So yeah, they want to put 1.1 up.
All right.
And try to get one more shot off here.
Oh, because if it's 0.1, you can't even catch and shoot. So I don't even know why you even put 0.1 up. You just call the quarter. But 1.1, you got plenty of time to.
Clarkson lets it fly. No. What a third quarter. You saw Ohio come all the way back, take the lead by as much as 6, only to have Rochester go on a run and cut that lead down and take over with a big 3 by Corey Ullman. 3-point lead, 84-81. We'll be back with the start of the fourth quarter coming up next here on the Rochester RazorSharks Broadcast Network. Back at live at the Blue Cross Arena, 3-point lead for the RazorSharks, 84-81. With the start of the fourth quarter coming up in a matter of moments, the man to watch, or men to watch, I guess would be the case. Brett McKnight, 30 points. How many in that?
19 he had.
Jeez.
And Ballard.
In the third quarter.
Yeah. Well, they shot 59% as a team.
Corey Ullman, 20 points to lead the RazorSharks, 15 for Jordan Raley. 16 for Cody Ballard for Ohio. So the Ohio Bootleggers have been spreading the ball around offensively, as have the RazorSharks. Very impressive third quarter for one Mr. McKnight, who's still in the game and now with the ball. And Dele Coker's not giving him any space, but that was a great pass.
Well, people, you get so focused on the guy that's doing all the scoring, and then someone makes a nice cut, and he's able to find him and get to the, pick up the assist.
They're going to call that on Dyer, Sean Dyer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he took a nice little swipe at him.
Yeah.
But, you know, he's going to get those kinds of fouls brought on him because he's shown that he's going to react to it. So guys are going to foul him hard until he shows that he's not going to respond to it. And, the best thing he's got to do is learn not to respond to it. And
1 point lead for the Razor Sharks, 84-83. Biggs' first free throw, no good. Second one puts Rochester up by 2.
And back to the press.
Dyer, Miller driving. McKnight. Oh, goaltending. McKnight hit the deck. And he'll get some help up.
Well, they're doing a better job of attacking the pressure and not turning the ball over as much as they did even in the first half.
Game tied at 85. 11 minutes left to go here in the fourth. Ivy swinging it around. Coker working against McKnight. Says, come get it. Biggs does. Loses it. Miller comes away with it. Back the other way, Ohio. Back out, Edwards. McKnight for 3. That's no good.
Boy, if that one goes in, you really start thinking he's going to not miss the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Because that was a deep.
It looked good, too. It looked good as soon as it left his hands. But it doesn't go down.
In Rochester, they keep turning the ball over. 5 more turnovers there again in the third quarter. And they did a good job of taking care of the basketball in the first quarter, and that's why they were able to score 36 points.
Game tied at 85. Delay Coker can't get it off glass. Chichester gets it back. Swinging it around. Biggs out to Coker and foul. And they were going to say they want a clear path. I mean, you could make an argument on a clear path here.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
here's the turnover. Miller's got one guy to beat. That's it.
Well, I think, Ballard's got to be ahead of him for it to be a clear path, I think. I mean, he's kind of even with the guy there when McGill fouls him.
Yeah, Ballard's still pleading his case here. He's like, listen, I have a clear path. You can't commit that foul. Doesn't get it.
I think if he's ahead of him, they would have called it, but since he wasn't ahead of the guy, I mean, he's right, he's clear, but he's not like in the clear ahead of the defense. He was still kind of even with the defense of Rochester, and that's why they didn't call it.
Turns into a great play, foul. McKnight is either hitting a shot or hitting the deck.
Either way, he's still adding to his point total.
Yeah. Well, he gets back to that free throw line. Game tied at 85 with 10 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. As you can see here, Brent McKnight right in there. And they're not going to make it easy for him.
No, you got to make him earn it right now. But he's got 30 at the end of the third. You want to at least knock him down a little bit to kind of make him use some energy to get back up.
First free throw by McKnight is good.
But we were impressed with Edwards' 36 on Saturday.
I think I'm more impressed with McKnight's.
I was just going to say
and it was hard. Edwards' shot was unstoppable on Saturday. And
but they're doing it really in the same way. You know, they're doing it around the basket. They're doing it away from the basket. They're just finding ways to score inside and out. They've been very impressive.
Ivy's 3 is no good. That was juggled around before Miller came away with it. McKnight thought about a 3, drive right towards the hole, thought he was going to get a foul call, didn't come up with it. McGill out. Biggs, the last to touch it, says the ref.
Yeah, that's a good call. And Biggs isn't arguing, so he knew he touched it.
2-point lead for Ohio. and possession. 9:23 left to go. McKnight thought about that three, starting to get a little shoot shy here.
Well, Josh did a pretty good job of, getting out on him quickly.
Josh, jumper, in and out, no good. And back up the court comes the Razor Sharks. Ivy to Biggs. Line drive, baseline, no good. Ivy thought about a three. Miller trying to stick with him. McGill, double team, trying to get it down low, out of bounds. And McGill said, Ivy, you should have shot that.
Yeah, he should have. So one thing I wouldn't think I'd say, you have to tell John Ivy to shoot a three.
Yeah, every other team will agree he's pretty good at shooting. 2-point lead for the Ohio Bootleggers. We'll be back with more fourth quarter action coming up next. Back at live at the Blue Cross Arena, 87-85. Rochester trailing by 2. Ohio with the lead. Bootleggers with an impressive third quarter led by Brett McKnight. And that's how you turn a 12-point deficit into a lead. If it wasn't for Corey Ullman's three at the end of the third quarter, Ohio would have had the lead. As Devereaux Biggs makes that outside jumper and they call it a three. Big shot as Rochester now regains the lead by 1.
Now Devereaux on McKnight. He's going to try to just back him down.
Backdoor, Dyer. That backdoor's been open a few times.
Well, again, guys just getting caught watching the basketball. I mean, McKnight's, he's got 34 points, so you kind of get mesmerized by what he's going to do. And, again, another backdoor cut. Guys are open.
Biggs, three. That's no good.
He kind of got bumped by McGill setting the screen.
Edwards. McKnight, long three. Hasn't made a few shots. And Coker stepped out of bounds trying to save it.
Good hustle by Dele. Just unfortunate that he stepped out of bounds there.
Well, I mean, he's like a freight train. There was no one that was going to stop him. It was just a matter of whether or not he'd stay on the track.
Yeah, no, you're not going to get in the way of that.
No, you can try, but you're not going to win.
You're going to be sore in the morning.
Yeah.
You get in front of that train. It's going to be a little sore in the morning.
Dyer get across midcourt. Ohio up by 1. Coker gets him on a switch. He takes the three. That's no good. Front rim. Chichester to Biggs. Biggs weaving through the defense. Thought about it. Step. Over to Ivy. Corner. McGill working against Miller. Height advantage. Up. Can't get it over. Ballard with the rebound, back up the court.
He got him, McGill got himself too deep. He ended up being underneath the rim and kind of had to lean back to try to get it up over the rim.
Shot will not fall for Edwards. And they needed that one, did Ohio. So Edwards will head to the free throw line.
And again, Ohio just kind of dictating the pace here. And if they don't get a good look, they've been getting at the free throw line here in the third quarter and early in the fourth.
So for Ohio, they've had their opportunities to try to separate themselves from Rochester. It has not gone well. Rochester always finding a way to sort of come right back into the game. Second free throw by Edwards is good.
McGill was open down, but John didn't see him right away.
3-point lead, Coker. Top of the key jumper, no good. Edwards has it knocked away. Ivy.
Yeah, I don't think that was the shot you wanted. Dele Coker shooting that shot that quickly, at least. Sometimes there's a reason why guys are left open in certain spots of the floor.
6:42 left to go. Somebody's got to make a shot for Rochester. They're down by 3. Edwards with the basketball, working against McGill. Puts it up. No good. Off to the races. Stolen. Foul. That's a lot of just exchanges going on here.
Yeah, and another, Dele, you like him looking ahead, but he's just got to be a little bit more careful with the ball. I mean, you got to, especially a tight game like this, possessions are important. You can't just throw the ball hoping your teammate's going to get it. And that last outlet was kind of what he did.
You can see here as Ballard just trying to misses the first free throw. 6:23 left to go here in the game. These free throws count. These shots count. Ohio is up, and it's obviously uncomfortable for them and the RazorSharks. The RazorSharks can't put points on the board, and Ohio can't separate themselves from Rochester enough.
Yeah, we got to keep making free throws. They want to stay ahead here, but Rochester's got to get back to what was working early in the game, and that getting shots around the basket.
Crouch, Chichester, Council. Top of the key, Rayleigh. 8 on the shot clock. Allman, and they're going to get a foul, and I think it's going to be on McKnight.
Yeah, he reached. Still only the second foul of the quarter, so we're a long ways from the bonus.
Says he knows he's got 4. Does McKnight. It's sort of cooled off here in the fourth. Allman, Crouch, Miller on him. Driving right towards the hole, can't get it to go. Rebound, McKnight out to Ballard. Ballard fouled.
We're kind of seeing what Ohio struggled with early, getting at the basket but not able to finish. We're kind of starting to see that from Rochester here in the fourth quarter, and it's allowing Ohio to get out and run.
5:48 left to go here in the fourth. Don't go anywhere, folks. Ohio up by 4, 92-88. More of the fourth quarter coming up next here in the Rochester RazorSharks Broadcast Network. telling John the same thing. I was like, I saw another home game on the schedule. And, yeah, I guess it is wrong. Line driving. Somebody rebound for this kid.
Yeah, why don't they rebound for him? Anywhere else you see this, they're rebounding.
Rebound for this kid.
You use your legs, man.
I don't. Does he have to shoot from that three, or can he shoot it from another, like the inner three?
I don't think it matters. 10 seconds.
Oh my goodness, he's got to go half court now. Oh no.
Back in 5, 4, 3.
Nice job out there.
Back in live at the Blue Cross Arena, 4-point lead for Ohio, the Bootleggers 92, the RazorSharks 88. Tariq Spence, John Boone with you here. Left 5:48 here in the fourth quarter. Next game for the RazorSharks will be the last home game of the year for Rochester. If they owe some games on the road. And so next week, Thursday, the 9th of March, will be the next game as Jamestown will be in Rochester to wrap up the regular season, and the RazorSharks pushing ahead towards the playoffs. They'll see teams like this, John. I mean, it's not unlikely they won't see Ohio and possibly Kentucky somewhere down the line.
Well, they're catching a break with Ohio missing some free throws here, but Ohio's done a nice job. I mean, you saw this in the first half of the game on Saturday. They just weren't able to sustain it. And it's kind of been the reverse. They got off to the slow start and been able to pick it up, and we'll see if they can sustain it for the last, 5:40 here in the game.
In a bizarre bit of news, Ballard missed both free throws, so the game remains a 4-point lead for Ohio. Council working, scoop layup, no good. Chichester puts it back in for two.
Coach Iverson going back to 4 of the starters. He's got Josh in for Dele right now, but kind of going back to the group that got off to the good start in the first quarter.
Foul. I think it's going to be Josh Chichester that picks it up. 32.
Yeah, not getting out there quick enough, and unfortunately it's the 5th, and it puts him in the bonus.
So that'll put Dyer at the free throw line. 5:11 left to go here in the fourth quarter. And his first free throw is good. So for Ohio, they go right back up to a 4-point lead.
And if you're Ohio, now that you're in the bonus, you're going to keep attacking the basket because any foul will put you on the free throw line right now.
Council, Rayleigh, down low, Chichester working against Edwards. Puts the shot up and good. Josh Chichester.
Nice little high-low action there with Jordan Rayleigh. Chichester was able to secure the shot.
McKnight, hot third quarter, cooled off here in the fourth. Ballard with it, getting them points from the field, shooting very well, and the free throws. Miller for 3. That's no good. Picked up by Council. Off to the races. Allman for 3. Ouch! Corey Allman. From down 2 to up 1. 95-94. Rochester with the lead. Dyer blocked there.
Oh.
Miller.
He got away with a double dribble there.
They didn't call it. Out to McKnight. In and out, no good. Miller with the rebound. It's a big rebound by number 4.
The smallest guy in the court, and he might be their best offensive rebounder.
And he got another one. After Dyer misses the 3, another offensive rebound. Miller is a problem.
Well, we saw it on Saturday. He did that a lot early in the game. He hasn't been able to do it as much in this game.
McKnight.
Until now.
Miller, jumper, blocked by Chichester.
Great contest by Josh, getting out there and contesting the shot.
And they were off to the races. Miller upset with himself.
And he didn't need to foul there. They had plenty of guys back. It wasn't like Rochester had an advantage on the break there. And Jerice was kind of out of control, so he didn't really need to foul him.
Trying to go for the ball and couldn't control his body.
But you see Ohio's got 3 guys back. It wasn't like they had an advantage, so there was no need to foul. But again, they're not in the bonus, so not the worst foul.
3:25 left to go, fourth quarter. Rochester up by 1, 95-94. Crouch, you saw the foul on the arm. Dyer can get upset, but you
clearly reached in.
Yeah, it's you saw the contact. It's a tough one.
Well, let's hope Jerice can break his trend here of only making 1 for 2 and make both of them here.
Yeah. He got the arm and elbow, and and they still get upset about it.
Well, like we always say, there's some guys who never commit a foul. Just ask them.
Yeah. Jerice extends this out to a 2-point lead. Still 3:21 left to go. Plenty of time in this game.
See if Jerice makes the free throw, if they get into the press here. Hasn't been as effective as it was the other night, but can still slow them down a little bit, and they do.
So Jerice Crouch makes both free throws. And errant pass there, which could have been an easy 2 points, results in a turnover. Counsel for 3. That's a big one. And it's quite the swing for the RazorSharks.
Well, the press did what you wanted it to do. It got you a turnover, an errant pass, and it led to an easy opportunity for Melvin at the other end.
Ignite couldn't get it to go.
And Miller
Rebound.
again.
Miller. And Ohio's offense is just nowhere to be found. It's just nowhere to be found because they have spent all that energy in the third and not have enough gas in the tank left in the fourth.
It looks like it was McKnight. Yeah. McKnight looks tired.
6-point lead for the RazorSharks, 194. Can Ohio come back? We'll find out next with 2:43 left to play. Back at live at the Blue Cross Arena, 6-point lead for the RazorSharks. Ohio leading a good portion of the third quarter and fourth, only to see Rochester fight their way back and now take a 6-point lead. And with 2:43 left to go here in the fourth, does Ohio have one more run left in them?
They've kind of, they've looked tired this quarter, especially the second half of the quarter. Everybody but Miller's looked tired because Miller keeps getting offensive rebounds and extending possessions, but they haven't been able to take advantage of it.
Ullman for 3. That's no good. Rebound. Crouch steals it away from Edwards as they both went fighting for it.
And a good decision, pulling it back out. Let's get set and get a good shot, good possession here.
Jerice Crouch weaving through defense. Dyer staying with him. Off glass and in for 2.
Again, a really good job of keeping his dribble alive, just kind of feeling the defense, and was able to work his way to the basket.
Rochester now up by 8. A minute 50 left to go. Cross court, Edwards drives. Can't get the shot to go, but a foul.
Well, that's one way to try to get your offense back going is attack, go at the basket and see if you can get to the free throw line. And here's the guy from the other night who had the big game. See if he can knock down a couple free throws.
First one is good. Get some points back here if you're Ohio. See if you can find some offense in the last minute 45.
And if you're Rochester, you got to just keep matching them.
Can't get it to go. Foul, loose ball. That's going to be on Rayleigh. Miller drew it. Smart.
He is
smart.
The smallest guy on the floor, and that's saying something because Jerice is out there.
Yeah.
And he just finds a way to get his hands on offensive rebounds all the time.
Look at him fight for that. Oh, yeah, really. And really,
Rayleigh didn't even have to put it. He didn't have to do that. He was going to still get the ball.
Yeah, but he was going to work for it, and Miller got to where he wanted to be at the free throw line. Now it's making free throws.
And Ohio's missed some here in the fourth quarter, which has hurt their chances of cutting this lead. That really hurts.
Yeah.
Missing 2 there.
So you got to the line but couldn't get any points on the board.
Missed 3 out of 4 free throws on that possession.
Jerice Crouch. Ballard's on him. Pick sets. Seems like they're setting all these picks for Jerice just to get through him.
Yeah.
And he takes the 3. That's no good. Front rim. Oh, stolen away. McKnight tried to lead it out to Edwards. And
ill-advised.
Yeah.
Ill-advised.
Yep.
And that's a costly turnover at this point of the game.
Razor Sharks are milking a lot of clock. 7-point lead. Council draws a double team. Miller off glass, can't get it to go. Put back, that's no good. If you have any life, Ohio's got to score here. Edwards straight to the hole, gives it back up, baseline. You got to do something with it. 3, that's good.
It's almost like he didn't want to shoot it and then was reluctantly shot it and it went in.
4-point lead. Coker. And Bernard, it's getting a little testy. Oh, boy.
Ooh. That was a hard foul there. We heard that all the way over here, that slap. And then Rayleigh and Miller getting mixed up in afterwards. Oh, well, you can see why Jordan got a little upset there. He's in the air, and Miller kind of comes in underneath him. That's the last thing a big guy wants. You don't want somebody coming underneath you when you're in the air like that.
Yeah.
And it's just a lot of bad things can happen to a big guy.
Well, I was watching the Ballard, as he's telling you right now, because he's talking to his coach, and Coker discussion, tiff. And his point was he got that elbow as Coker was walking by. Now, Coker didn't extend it out, hit the side of the head of Ballard, and it was in front of the ref. The ref didn't call it, and that's what Ballard's upset about. That's no good. Second free throw there. 5-point lead for Rochester.
Oh, and they take the time out there so they can advance it.
And once again, more words. I think it was Rayleigh and Dyer.
Oh,
and Coker broke it up.
Yeah, there's a few of them starting to
bubble over.
Yeah. Well, it's been that kind of game. I mean, guys have played hard. They've been going at it, and unfortunately, it's gotten a little chippy at times. And we'll see what happens here. I mean, Ohio's going to have to score either a 2 or a 3. You can do either one here and get it back to a 1-possession game, and then I would turn around, put your press back on, see if you can get a turnover. If you don't get a turnover, you're going to have to foul, but try not to foul Corey Allman. Would be the one guy you don't want to foul. But and then see what you can do. But you want to try to go quick here and get the first available shot. It doesn't necessarily have to be a 3, but you want your first available shot, good shot. So attack the, I would try to attack the basket here and, maybe with McKnight or Edwards and see if they can get at the basket. And if they can't get there, they can kick it out to somebody for an open jump shot.
So Ballard to inbounds. Edwards is there. He draws a double team. Corner, Ballard for 3. That's no good. Front rim, rebound, Council. And that will make it a little bit harder for Ohio to get out.
It'll make it harder. Still, if Melvin can make both of these, I would almost say you could put it in the book, but because there'll be a 3-possession game with 16 seconds. But if he doesn't make them both, a 2-possession game is still within reach with this much time left.
16.8 left to go. As Council in and out. I've seen a lot of those in and out shots today.
And again, it keeps the door open. Not a lot, but because it's still only going to be a 2-possession game. So
Council's second one no good. Miller gets it, tries to draw the foul, doesn't get it. Edwards driving to the hole.
That's a good take. That's a good take. Now you press. Oh, not the guy that Ohio wants to be found. Good job of Corey getting open, and good job of Jordan finding him.
Now Corey Allman's got to ice this with 8.5 left to go here in the 4th. It's the guy you want at the line right here.
Yeah, without a doubt. And Jordan Rayleigh was smart enough to wait for Corey to get open and get it in.
So a 3-point lead right now, 103-100. Rochester over Ohio. Corey Allman at the free throw line. 8.5 left to go here in the 4th. And nothing but net.
It'll make it difficult, the 2-possession game, although they can advance it, which saves you a little bit of time, but they'd have to score real quick and again turn around and foul.
Second one as Corey knocks him down, and it'll be a timeout for Ohio. Try to get the shot that you want off.
Yeah, you gotta go now. You gotta go quick, and it doesn't matter whether it's a 2 or 3. Again, you got to take the first available shot, and if it goes in, you're gonna have to foul again and hope for something. But those are 2 big free throws right there by Corey Allman, because it forces a 3 at some point.
Well, they've got guys that can make threes over there. I mean, you've got, Ballard and McKnight and Edwards that can make threes. Now, you got 8.5, so a foul's coming off straight off an inbounds if it's a quick 3 and a make 3. But you're going to play this foul game for, another 8 seconds or so?
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing that you got to do, but if you're Rochester, what you got to do also is you got to make sure you still play defense. You want to make them use some time while they're trying to score. You don't want this to be a score that's, real quick, like right off the inbounds pass. So you want to make them at least use a few seconds as they try to score. And then, make sure you get the ball inbounds to Corey again is what you really want to try to do. And let him make free throws. But, you got to play defense here, make them earn whatever they're going to get, and then get to the free throw line.
So the Rochester RazorSharks, 8:05 left to go here in the game. Ohio to inbounds. Dyer takes the 3, makes the 3. Corey Allman will be fouled. Wow. Ain't that something?
Well, that was deep and over a 6'10" guy.
Yeah. Straight up, straight down.
And I think Miller fouled out.
So Miller is done. Johnson will come in. Now he's a shooter too.
Well,
so you can't really.
Right, but if Corey makes them both, you're a 2-possession game with 4 seconds left. I feel pretty good. You know, if he if he only makes one, you know, anything's possible with 4 seconds left.
Dyer trying to talk him in to missing one of these two. That's why you practice the free throws. Got it.
Oh, and he's an 84% free throw shooter.
Solid. That is.
You know, Ballard's got to be careful. He's kind of faking in there, and he can't really do that. I mean, you never see it called, but I mean, if he's really, really blatant with it, it could get called.
3-point lead, 4-point lead.
That should do it.
As
they don't have any timeout, so they can't advance it. So
that's clutch. Boy, that is clutch free throw shooting.
Oh, and he bobbles it, so that's
1 second. He puts it up, and it's no good. A very tight win for the RazorSharks, 107-103 over the Ohio Bootleggers. They have played some amazing games, these two teams, with Rochester has found the right buttons to push at the end of the game in order to get the win. And they do it again here tonight at the Blue Cross Arena. Final score, Rochester 107-103 over Ohio and the Bootleggers. Great game by Brett McKnight from Ohio. Great game by Rochester's Corey Ullman as the RazorSharks get back to their winning ways. Next game for the RazorSharks, home game to wrap up the regular season against Jamestown and the Jackals.
Wasn't easy. Was not easy, but they did a nice job of making plays when they had to down the stretch. Obviously, Corey stepping up, making free throws was huge. But you know, championship teams, you need to be tested and come out on top. And they did a good job of being tested tonight.
Absolutely.
And did a good job though of coming out on top. You know, making free throws and executing down the stretch. You know, Ohio threw everything at them that they could again tonight.
27 points to lead the way for the RazorSharks for Corey Ullman, and the key free throws at the end of the game give them the win. Leading scorer was Brett McKnight. He finished with 34 points in the game, 20 for Sean Dyer, that big three at the end to try to stretch out another win. And Brandon Edwards, 19 points for the Bootleggers. Meanwhile, the RazorSharks got great contributions. Jordan Raley, 15 points, 14 from Jerice Crouch, 11 and 10 for Biggs and Chichester.
It was a good win. You know, again, the bench came. Guys got good contributions off the bench. And, you know, like I said, Corey stepped up big. Hitting that big three at the end of the third, I thought was a huge shot. Hit another big three in the fourth. And then obviously, you know, making the free throws there in the last few seconds.
See you next week, Thursday, for the final home game of the regular season. Rochester RazorSharks win 107-103 over Ohio and the Bootleggers. For John Boone, I'm Tariq Spence. Good night, everybody.